Hello, fellow peasants. So a day ago, I posted a poll here on the channel asking if video rental stores came back, would you go? Well, here's the results. 77% say yes, 15% say maybe, and 8% say never. I say, personally, yes, I would go. I would go because that's how I grew up. That's what I'm used to. It was a night out on the town. It was something to do. You get in the car, you go look for the movie, or look for a movie. Sometimes you knew what you were looking for. Sometimes you were just like, you know what? Let's browse around. Let's see what they got. Grabbed a couple snacks there. Maybe grabbed a pizza on the way home. Sometimes you just rented the movie, took it home, and then you had pizza delivered. Whatever. There's a million ways to skin a cat. But it was a thing to do. It made it special. It felt like an event. It made it feel more special than just browsing through a million different icons on your television screen and clicking one. It was a tangible thing. It was an activity. You were going out of the house. It was a little road trip. It was just something to do. Okay. And that's pretty much gone now. There's little places that do it. Sometimes I see YouTube videos where it's like, oh, hipster in Portland opened up a video store. And it's like, that's really cool. That's awesome. But I wish it would become more mainstream for these local mom and pops to open up. Will it ever get back to there being Blockbusters and Planet Hollywoods again? Probably. I'm going to bet like 99% no. Okay. But it would be nice for video rental stores to start popping up, similar to just, other types of local stores, whether that be pizza places or, you know what I'm saying? Like I just wish it would become a regular thing. If the average American town just had one or two mom and pop video rental stores in them, I think that would be great. I don't need the corporate chain bullshit. Like one of my viewers here, he posted in the comments on this poll, he's like, he basically said the same thing as like, I don't want the corporate chains to come back. I wouldn't go to those because the workers there most often don't know shit about films. They're just there. It's just a job to them. But like the mom and pops, like that's where you go and you can sit and talk with the owner for like an hour about movies and so. And I completely agree with that. I used to go to a local place. Me and my cousin, we went to Star Time Video in the town we grew up in. And then sometimes they had selections that the corporate places didn't have, B-rated slashers from the 80s on VHS. Like they had stuff like that that Blockbuster just wasn't carrying at the time, but they had titles like that. I completely understand the arguments against doing it at all. Like the people who voted never, I understand it. Like you don't want to get in the, I understand the argument of why should I get in the car? I don't, and a lot of people don't want to get in the car. They don't want to take it back. They, don't want to worry about limited supply, like they get there and the movie's out of stock, which did happen back in the day. And most people don't care that renting something on disc is going to look better and less compressed than it does streaming. So the average viewer, the average schmuck, average Joe, doesn't want to deal with it, doesn't want to deal with the headache of traveling to do it, doesn't want to deal with bringing it back, doesn't want to deal with a limited supply. And I get that. But there is something cool about, just leaving the house, going there, looking around, seeing something you may have never seen before. And some people might go, well, you know what? I can do that on my couch. I can scroll through YouTube for 4 hours until I find something I like and we can discuss about it and read the synopsis on the TV screen. And yeah, you can, But is that as memorable as as memorable as when you, like, I remember specific times that I went to the video rental store. I remember numerous occasions, in particular for certain movies, I was like, oh, I was really excited to go get that certain movie. And I remember going to the store to get that, or just, I remember those events. No one's going to sit here and tell you there was anything special about the time they sat on their couch and scrolled through Tubi or Netflix or Hulu for like 45 minutes before they found something. It wasn't a night out on the town. It wasn't an event. It wasn't something you were doing. It wasn't an activity, and going out to do this used to be an activity. It was the thing you did. It also made it feel more special because you're like, look, I drove here. You invested in this goddamn thing. Like you left the house. You went and walked around the store. You found it. You paid for it. You got snacks at the store to eat while you watched it. You drove home with it. You watched it. You took it back. Like, it's not the same as just, like I said, clicking on a thumbnail for the video, for the movie, and watching it. And like maybe turning it off or clicking like, I'm 45 minutes in, I'm 20 minutes in. Let me back out here and go to something else. It wasn't that easy back then. Right? And some people go, well, I like that it's easy. If a movie sucks, I didn't put much time and effort into it, right? I get that too. I get it, but it's similar to like a vinyl record, right? A lot of people went back to vinyl 10, 15 years ago because vinyl, more than streaming, more than even like a CD or something, it was an activity. You put the record on. It's a ritualistic like thing. You open the record player, you pull it out of the sleeve, you put it on the right side of the record, you drop the needle. When it's done, you go back over, you flip it again. There's something very ritualistic about it. And physical media is very much in the same vein. It's very similar to that. It's a way to disconnect a bit. Yes, you're still watching television. You're still dealing with technology, but you're doing it in a more low-key setting, right? Because you're going to the store to get that movie, maybe one or two, but you're not endlessly scrolling. You can't back out of it as quick and go to something else. Like it doesn't feed into your instant gratification, right? You have to drive there. You have to wait in line. You have to look for it. You have to pay for it. You have to go home and watch it. You have to drive it back and drop it off. I mean, sometimes you have to wait. There were wait lists back in the day. Oh, sorry, we don't have that in stock, but we'll put you on a wait list. We'll call you in like a day or two once it's back in, okay? And people don't want to deal with that now. People now need it now, right now. I can wait for shit. For example, I buy movies. I order movies online, 4K movies, Blu-rays, whatever. And sometimes they're out of stock currently, and I have to wait a month to get it, right? Now, I could just go stream it somewhere, pay $12.99 on Amazon Prime probably to watch some of these. But I'm like, you know what? I don't need it right now. I want the first time I watch this to be in 4K or on a disc, looking the best that it possibly can. I'm willing to wait for shit, right? I'm willing to wait for shit. Physical media is all about, one, quality, but it's also about ritual, and it's about patience, and it's about caring about actually owning the thing, caring enough about a film to take the time to drive to get it, to purchase it. and we're not just talking renting, this is just physical media collecting in general. You care enough about the art of filmmaking enough. You love watching films enough to invest in it, whether it be driving to go get it or physically purchasing it at a store, or even just, you know, I order online a lot, but I'm still ordering the physical copy. I'm still giving the artist and the actors and the people involved in that project my hard-earned money, okay? And so, but anyway, I would totally go back to video rental stores. I would have no problem driving somewhere, walking around for 15, 20 minutes or longer, looking for what I came for, or maybe just browse around and maybe I find a surprise movie that I didn't even know existed, right? And taking that home and watching that maybe a couple times, keeping it for a couple days, dropping it back off, right? People are just so fucking lazy now. And I get it. It is more, I mean, it is more of a hassle. It's less convenient. But that's my take on it. All right, guys, let me know in the comments below if you're part of the 77%, the 15%, or the 8% that say never. All right, peace out, peasants. Bye-bye.